This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions, a media education company.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Jay Stokes, joined by my other gracious co-host, Jay Random. There's definitely been a lot going on in the news and a lot going on behind the scenes with us, and just in terms of our ventures and what have you. Random, what is going on, my dude?
Oh man, everything's good, Jay Stokes. Just chilling on this lovely day. Sit. We always have our talks, our power hours before the show. It's so funny. We can talk for days. So, and we're just going over the stuff that I'm update on what I'm doing, update on what you were doing. So I'm doing good,
Yeah.
No complaints over here, man.
And you dropped a bombshell, and that's why I said, yo, let's hit record and actually start this podcast. Because wasn't it Jeffrey Epstein?
Jeffrey Epstein. Yes.
He quote unquote committed suicide in his jail cell.
Look. Second time doing it, and he attempted this time. Because remember, this is the second time doing it, right?
Really?
Yeah. A few weeks ago, he committed suicide, but somehow it didn't work.
Ooh.
They found him unresponsive. They brought him to intensive care, and they said that he tried to commit suicide. And then he does it again, and this time he succeeds. Go figure.
Yeah,
Go figure.
Jeffrey Epstein, he is known for having, well, he's a billionaire. Is he a tech billionaire?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he got his money. I'm not sure what that.
Dang, that's bad reporting on our end. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jeffrey Epstein, he had like child sex rings with little girls, and because of that he was jailed for it, and he apparently committed suicide on August 10th. We're recording this on August 11th. I know the AVIOT podcast, we are supposed to have it on Fridays, but hey, we're human. We're doing what we can. He actually got his money. He's a American financer, so not necessarily tech, but
like hedge fund. It's not like a hedge fund. American financer. It's like
he began his career in finance at the investment bank Bear Stearns before forming his own firm.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, see all that money, Bear Stearns. I'm pretty sure they had something to do with the meltdown 2008, as well as all the other banks. And it's amazing how it seems like a lot of them, they actually landed on their feet. Because this man, you saying that he started off there and then
he invested in hedge funds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he had his he had enough capital to start his own shop, his own business.
Mm-hmm.
And in return, what he does is he does this nasty thing that he was accused of, which is having sex with underage girls.
Right, having sex rings, and it's alleged that Trump might have partook in some of these activities. And I'm like, well, if you're gonna put the president under the bus, you gotta also throw the former president under the bus, because wasn't Bill Clinton hanging out with him as well?
Yes, he was. Yep, the Clintons. Oh, he has politicians, governors. It was a lot of people that if he talked could have went down, including the Clintons, Trump. Like I said, politicians and governors. So this man had a lot to not say lose, but they had a lot to lose if he spoke.
Right. So you think there was a suicide?
No, I don't think it was a suicide, only because the first attempt, okay, but come on, we're talking about a maximum security. How did he hang it? How did he hang himself? I think they said that he hung himself, right? Or they haven't come out with the autopsy yet of how he on how he committed suicide. As far as I know, I feel like this: if the man tried to do it the first time, then you put him on watch 24/7 to make sure he doesn't do it again, and he does it again.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, come on, really? And he had dirt on a lot of powerful people. I just feel like, listen, if you ever watched the show Homeland,
yeah,
you watched. Okay, have you watched it?
I don't watch it, but people have told me about it, and they said
Homeland
Yeah.
is real dirty. It's dirty politics. And in Homeland, the last season, which is season 7, season 8 is coming out in 2020 now. I don't know why they take it forever.
Mm.
But in season 7, it was a lot of dirty politics as far as they try to have a coup on the president, take the president out. She's a female president
Yeah.
on the show. And there's a lot of powerful people in the government that was trying to take out the female president on Homeland. And anybody who ever got caught, as far as any of the people that try to take out the president, if they got arrested, they mysteriously died in prison. Yeah.
Well, this is definitely a mysterious death right here because Epstein was apparently removed from suicide watch just weeks before he was found just weeks after he was found semi-conscious with marks around his neck. So that was the first time that you're talking about. I'm still looking to try to find what happened. They're still doing investigations to see how he died.
Come on, I don't believe that investigation. I don't believe the findings. The problem with some of these shows is that people don't realize some of these shows that we watch, this stuff really goes down. Like if the government really wants us, the public not to know, we won't know.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure this guy had a lot of dirt on a lot of powerful people. I mean, they even said he had he had connections. This sex ring had connections with Saudi prince. So
wow.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of listen. It seems like because I used to hear this all the time, and read up on it, even back in the days. Like I forgot. I'm talking about 100 years back. With these cults that just love to have sex with kids.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, but it's a big sex ring, So I think they didn't want him to talk because now we're talking about this man was going to be found guilty, and if he would have talked, he would have definitely named a lot of people to get out of the situation he was in, and a lot of people wasn't going to try to hear that. So I mean, I don't believe that he committed suicide. I believe probably the first time. I don't think he tried to do it the first time.
You think so? It was unsuccessful the first time, and then the second time is like they succeeded.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't even care what the autopsy says. I don't even care what the finding says because at the end of the day, I do believe this man had a lot of dirt on a lot of people, and it could have destroyed a lot of people. So, how do you silence somebody? By killing them.
Exactly.
Sad but true. That's sad but true.
Yeah. A lot of people are pointing the finger at the Clintons right now.
I know, isn't that sad? They're pointing the fingers at the Clintons. Like, wait a minute. What about our president? What about these governors and these powerful politicians?
Yes.
Right.
Listen, it shouldn't be just the Clintons. It should be a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess because the Clintons try to uphold a good image, that's why people keep throwing it back at them, like throwing things in their face. Because
what good image? Bill Clinton destroyed that, so the image ain't good no more.
Well, it kind of is. They're trying to uphold it. That's the thing. They're trying to uphold that a image of them as being just, because you have the Clinton Foundation, which supposedly helps people internationally in terms of like creating houses for families, feeding the homeless or all overseas, just trying to make sure developing countries are on a better footing. But then people are like, well, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. The Clinton Foundation isn't all that great. Like they also do dealings with shady characters like dictators and whatnot. So I think it's a very complex area. When it comes to the Clintons. Remember, Hillary was trying to run for president, and then they were trying to make it seem like she was great, but then her dirt started coming out, especially with the super predators. comment that she made towards the black community, and it's like, oh, now she apologizes because she's running for president. She should apologize before. So I feel like with the Clintons, it's just a big mess.
But you know the problem is with the super predator.
What's up?
The problem is that a lot of black people actually signed on for this too. You know,
The question
a lot
is
of black
which
people.
ones? Which
Oh
ones?
well, a lot of them that's actually in. I'm pretty sure that's still in the Senate.
Yeah, that's the thing. When it comes to even black people that are in those political positions, you know, as much as I know, a lot of them are bought off. Like they're bought and paid for individuals, you know? So it's like, yeah, they might be going along with something, but do they really represent the community? Because a lot of times I see a lot of black people in these high positions and they're so out of touch with how black people actually feel, what they actually want. What's your thoughts on that?
I think they are out of touch, dude. I really do believe that they're out of touch, and they're too busy trying to keep their cushion job that they're not even trying to ruffle the feathers.
Mm.
And I'm talking about them as the Democrats and them as in the representations of, of representatives that are trying to, the representatives that are representing that community.
Mm.
Meaning, I have a problem with, say, for instance, what is the representative for Baltimore? What's his name? Elijah Cummings? Is his name Elijah Cummings?
I believe so, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, I think sometimes we need like new blood when I feel like nothing's being done, if that makes any sense.
Yes, sir.
Because for Baltimore to be so crime infested, I just feel like what does a Senate representation do for that community?
Right.
You know, because I just feel like Baltimore could be so much better, and it's not. Same with Chicago, you know. Same with Houston. Same with even Florida nowadays. In Miami.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, like, what are these people doing? Like, are they not listening to, or not? Like, are they not around? Are they like out of tune?
They're just pocketing the money, and they're just letting it go. They're just like, okay, well, you know, we'll do a little bit here and there to make like we're helping out, but we're gonna pocket the rest of the money.
Yeah, that's what I think they're doing, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, especially with Chicago. So yes, are they out of tune? To answer your question, yes, I think they're just I don't know. It's like they're stuck in the time when the city that they were representing was good.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have too much crime. Didn't have a lot of poverty and unemployment and high murder or crime rates in general. You know, because I find it hard to believe that you're still representing that district and nothing changed. So it's like, why are we still voting for you?
Exactly.
And I'm not just talking about Elijah Cummings. I'm just talking about in general, because your statement was broad, and I'm glad it was. I just happened to bring him up. You know,
right.
like even in Connecticut, you know, and I don't want to go in. Well, I always go into. So I'm gonna leave it alone when I talk about
you always got a problem with people in Connecticut. Oh my God.
Bridgeport, you know what? Man, listen. So that's why I know this time around I'm definitely voting for a different mayor and a different representation Senate for Bridgeport, because what we have now is just not working for me at all. Right. I have a problem with it, you know. So yeah, it's pretty sad how I do believe that, like you said again, they're pocketing the money. That's all they're about. They're pocketing the money, and that's what's important to them.
Right. So while they may have agreed on the super predator thing back in the day, like maybe you never know, the Clintons or the Democrats might have paid them in order to support that.
That's true. Paid them, right? Paid them, number one, and number two, didn't really tell them what it was going to do.
Exactly.
Didn't really tell them that this particular bill that you're voting for is going to destroy the black community.
Exactly.
Because it destroyed the black community, right? And to a point that they separated families, right? But now we have this lovely, and I don't mean lovely in a good way, but now we have this opioid epidemic that's going on, and they're not trying to separate families. They're trying to find other ways to combat this problem.
Yeah, they're turning it into a chronic disease. They're like, oh, opioid addiction is a chronic disease, and we need to treat these people with mental health facilities, and we need to put them in therapy instead of trying to lock them up. I'm like, where was this back when it was affecting blacks and Hispanic groups at a high rate? When was this empathy?
Exactly, because let's be honest. The crack epidemic, man, what? That was listen, if you didn't have a problem, you had a problem after smoking it.
Yeah, you're right.
So, so where was the help at then?
Exactly.
So I just feel like it's just funny how when it comes to us, excuses. That's what I'm sorry. When it comes to them, excuses. When it comes to us, they're just straight to the point. No, we're gonna separate. No, we're gonna kick down the doors. We're gonna separate this. But then at the end of the day, they tend to forget. They're the reason why crack is so. They're the reason why crack exists. They put it in our communities.
Speaking of which, one of the biggest I guess entities that was responsible for crack being in the black neighborhoods is Ronald Reagan. And we've been saying for the longest that this dude is a racist. And now a video comes out of him calling people from Africa monkeys or something like that. And now people are like, oh my goodness, we can't believe that Ronald Reagan was a racist or he said racist comments. I'm like, you couldn't tell by his policies and what he did that he was a racist? Really? Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
Did you see that news story?
No, I didn't. No, but I mean, come on. You you could tell Ronald Reagan was. I'm sorry to say, but you could just tell by. First of all, no disrespect to any, and I hate to say Republican and Democrats because they both, to me, share the same. Yeah, exactly. Two sides of the same coins. But it seems like we're a lot, or for face value, Republicans majority of the times are racist as fuck. Or should I say, racist as heck? So we can edit that last part. Racist as heck.
Hey man, listen, we changed the viewing age for this show. So hey, curse all you want.
Okay, racist. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, come on, any law, any policy that they create is only going to hurt the black people, the brown people. It's not going to hurt them. Think about it now. They're trying to stop the affordable health care. Why? If you take away the affordable health care, this is what you're going to have again. You're going to have back, 10 years ago when people just went to the emergency room, racked up a big-ass bill, and then didn't pay it. And then guess who had to pay for it? We still had to pay for it in the back end.
Yes,
the taxpayers still going to pay for that $1,000, that $40,000 bill that this homeless person, or I'm sorry, not even homeless person. We ain't gonna talk about them. A person who actually has a job but does not have insurance because they can't afford it. We're still gonna pay for that in the back end. So what's the difference? How about we give them affordable health care so now they can have that insurance when they go to the hospital and take care of themselves, they could pay for that bill.
Well, the main reason they want to knock the affordable health care down, the Affordable Care Act. The reason why they want to knock that down is because it was started by President Obama, and they just don't want a black person being associated with a great deed. So that's why they want to knock it down. But the people that it helps out the most are really whites, and that's why it's still standing right now.
Dude, do you not understand? I actually heard a radio station when this guy called in, and he was like, I am so against the what they call it, Barack
Obamacare.
Yeah,
Obamacare.
I'm so against Obamacare. We need to get rid of it. So the guy was like, "You sure?" He was like, "Yeah." He said, "So you want to get rid of the affordable health care. He's like, no, I don't want to get rid of the affordable health care. I want to get rid of the Obamacare. He's like, do you not
Mm-hmm.
understand that is the same thing? No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. It is. It is. Do your research. So yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, just race. Race plays a part in everything. Speaking of which, we got to go to this because you called me like earlier last week. It's a Sunday, by the way, but for those of you who are listening. But you called me last week saying, "Yo, we got to talk about how racist the NCAA is, talking about this new Rich Paul rule." I'm gonna let you take over that, 'cause I know you are animated about this one.
Oh man, you know what? I was animated last week.
Where the
Nah,
random
nah, nah,
button?
nah.
Where the
Nah,
random
nah.
button? That sounds so you. That sounds so you,
It
man.
really
You're like,
does.
yeah, I'm over it now.
I'm over it now. I'm over it now. I'm waiting for the NBA to start.
And now for a quick commercial break.
To help better educate the public about media matters, Chemistry Productions co-founder Jay Stokes began writing for our personal web blog called Tit for Tat. You can find his writing at chemblog.wordpress.com. That's K3mblog.wordpress.com. Here, articles are posted every Thursday. Jay Stokes also writes media-related articles for Medium.com, which is a platform that helps pay our bills. Make sure to support by visiting Medium.com and search for J.Stokes.
No, to be honest with you, I have a problem with this stupid NCAA rule because I don't really. I mean, you have to call it what it is. It's just straight up blatant racism, and it's hating. It's hating on the simple fact that a black man who was associated with another powerful black man named LeBron James actually has the audacity to gather up a bunch of good players, right, and represent them.
Yes, sir.
What's the problem?
Mm.
What's the
So,
problem?
to give
So
a little bit of context to this, basically, Rich Paul is a black man that LeBron James, and you should know who LeBron James is, met when he was younger. So when LeBron James went to the NBA, he had Rich Paul eventually become his agent. And now the NCAA has a rule about agents who are representing college basketball players who are testing for the NBA draft. And the NCAA now has these rules that say the agent must have a bachelor's degree, must be certified by the National Basketball Players Association for at least 3 years, and must pass an in-person exam at the NCAA office in Indianapolis. Now, none of these things Rich Paul has. He doesn't have a bachelor's degree. He didn't pass any exam, and he doesn't have a National Basketball Players Association certification. So take over, Random. You got it.
So, and the funny thing is, right? The sad part is this all just happened.
Yes.
So now you look at it like, okay, like Jay Stokes says, it's 3 things this man does not have: his bachelor's degree. He didn't sit in. And the bad part is how they actually stress that the test you have to take is an in-person test. Like, what, you think you're gonna do an online test? Like, damn, they're really stressing the fact that we need to see you in this office. So
Right.
because of all this, now they're trying to make sure that if you don't have any of these criterias, and I'm wondering if they actually called these agents beforehand and said, okay, we about to come out with this new rule, so just want to make sure you got everything. Yeah, if you don't, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people got called on before this actually went live. Wouldn't you say? The
Yeah. Well,
backdoor type.
what happened is it excludes the agents that are already around. So the agents that are already present, it doesn't apply to. It applies to new people who want to become agents.
So how does that affect Rich Paul?
So the reason why LeBron coined it the Rich Paul rule is because pretty much they, meaning the powers that be at the NCAA, don't want any other black men to be like Rich Paul. Like, they don't want any other black men to get to that level, that status. So it's really discriminatory. Now, I was reading articles on it, and they're saying, oh, no, it's not a racist rule. Listen, flying out to Indianapolis to take a test, an in-person test, that takes money. Money which a lot of Black people and people who are non-white and non-Asian, to be honest, have. Like, they don't have that money. A lot of Black people don't get the opportunity to go to college because they might not have the money for college, or they might, for some reason, they might have a other circumstance they're dealing with. A lot of Black people live in tough situations, not necessarily poverty or being in the hood, because that's stereotypical, but tough in terms of it's hard to find a job, it's hard to get a loan, it's hard to just survive because you got police racially profiling people, you got random white people carrying out acts of crime these days, like the Dayton shooting in Dayton, Ohio, which was targeting Black people. I don't care what anybody says. So you have all these conditions that Black people have to deal with, which stops them from getting to certain levels. So if you have people like Rich Paul, who made a living hustling, selling jerseys and everything, and that's how he met LeBron, by selling LeBron a jersey. Like, if you have people that can cut corners and still become an agent and still become successful, you should let that rock. Like, stop trying to take away opportunities for Black people and other people who are marginalized to get to that level.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Because we all know what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we create a lane, they try to close that lane.
Right.
You know? And that's the annoying part, because you can't say to us, if I did it, you can do it. If every time we try to do it, you say, okay, no, you can't do it that way. Find another way. And so when we find another way, they're like, no, you can't do it that way now.
What?
You gotta find another way. Well, damn it. Last time I checked, you guys only know one way. And the way that you guys know, 9 out of 10 is who you know. We can't even use that.
Right.
You know, Jay Stokes, do you feel what I'm saying? We can't even use that. We can't use that, and that's the only thing they have. Oh, my dad knows your dad, so can you put in a good word for me? Oh,
right.
Put a good word in for you. How about we do this? How about you come work for me at my job as an intern, right? We won't pay you as much, and then I promise you a job when you graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we get that?
Nope.
Exactly. You know what we do? Resume after resume after resume after resume. Change your resume up. Make your name non-Black. And boom, now they call you. And then once you're in the room, now they amazed at the resume and the person in front of you. You got the job. But guess what? It's what we had to do to get that job.
Right, and that's even if you even know how to write a resume in the first place. You have to be taught that skill.
Exactly.
If you're coming in these Black neighborhoods where it has worse school systems and the teachers aren't that great, they're probably not teaching their kids what needs to happen in order to get ahead. So it's just like a never-ending problem. This whole pick yourself up by the bootstraps thing, it's harder than you think.
Harder than you think.
Like Dr. King said, how you gonna tell a Black person they need to pick themselves up by the bootstraps where they don't even have any straps on the boot?
Exactly. Exactly. And look, it had no straps on the boot, and where the hole's supposed to go, they're all raggedy. So, you know what I'm saying? So you giving us like second, third generation hand-me-downs, and then telling us, okay, now you could do it. Really? I could do it. You know, and then it's like, but then they get mad when we can do it. Like, okay, you're gonna put that obstacle course right in front of me. I'm gonna find a way how to make it. And once I make it, then you're gonna say, you didn't do it really the right way.
Exactly.
You forgot to do this. You forgot to you got to do this. You got to do this. And you're like,
right.
Really?
It's
so
like,
you want me to start all over again? Like, what are we saying?
Right. It's like people who are like foreigners that come to this country that have a medical degree or they're licensed in like pharmacy or law. You know, they have to go back to school again in order to get a certified degree or for their degree to actually be recognized. Yeah,
I knew a lady. Matter of fact, one of my coworkers, his wife was a lawyer in Ecuador, and the stuff the stuff that she has to do now to become a lawyer. No, she was a judge in Ecuador.
Dang.
Yes.
Okay.
She's not a judge now. She's a paralegal.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the stuff you have to do to become a judge here, Nah, it's not worth it. She said, nope, she'll just be a paralegal.
And the thing is, I bring up that example just to show like racism and money making is really what's on people's minds, because through all this other criteria that the NCAA is looking for, they're going to make a lot more money that way.
Exactly. You know what? And it's funny that you say that, because this is similar but not similar. So I'm not sure if you know, in Connecticut now we have no more bags for free. You got to pay for it.
Yeah, that's how it is in DC. That's how it is in DC. Mm-hmm.
So now, right? So check this out. So now there's no bags at all. So prior to that, every time you go to Walmart, the security would never check you if everything's in the bag. They only check stuff that's not in the bag. Like if you got like a rug, or if you have something big that can't fit in the bag, then they need to see a receipt. Do you know now the line in Walmart? Because everybody refused to buy a 10-cent bag. So now everybody's actually physically going grocery shopping. Okay, groceries too. Same thing with groceries. Same thing with groceries. You got all your groceries. So just imagine you go to a super Walmart. You got your eggs, you got your bread, you got your cheese, blah blah blah, everything. No bag. Now security has to now stop you and look at everything on your receipt, like how they do at BJ's. The difference is nobody had time for that at Walmart. So I like, you know what I'm saying? So I think what Walmart has to do now, what Walmart's going to have to do is now hire more security. Because one person can't. One person
do it anyway.
I know.
We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. Go ahead though. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's cool. But no, so I just feel like they're just making new ways to make more money. Excuse me. Because this NCAA rule is just bad. Because what if LeBron James, because it's clutch sports, so they actually have, I'm pretty sure they have to have more than just Rich Paul working, but everybody else now has to have their bachelor's. So it's just like, come on, man, that's stupid. Cause now they're talking about, we don't want the athletes to hire their family members, and their family members mess them up in the future. Like NCAA, you don't care about these athletes. You don't care about them. You make billions off of them, and they get nothing but an education. The education is not worth that billion that you're getting off of them. So stop it. You don't care about them.
No.
You don't care about them so much that now the NBA, they're getting so much heat from players in the app I'm sorry. They get a whole bunch of heat from other people and other avenues that now they're trying to find a way to not stick it to, because remember before is I think you had to go to college 1 year.
Yeah.
Now you do. Prior to that, you could just go straight from high school. Yeah. Isn't that sad that this is the NBA basketball? That's the only sport that you got. Well, in football, you see the difference. We dominate what? Football. We dominate what? Basketball. Right. Those are only two sports that you have to go to college in order to make it to the next level. Baseball, you don't have to. Hockey, you don't have to. Tennis, you don't have to. The list goes on. You don't have to. But basketball and football, you have to. So NBA is now trying to come up with the G League, as far as, because a lot of players, what they're starting to do now, they're not going to college. They're going overseas for a year. And then they're coming back and playing in NBA. NBA is like, wait. That's not good. So now they're going to try a whole new way, because people don't want to go to college.
And the thing is, if they're going overseas too, to bypass this rule, that can lead to a lot of other complications. Because first off, you gotta survive overseas, and you gotta be noticed, because when you're overseas, you're in a larger pool. Do you know how many countries there are where people play basketball? So it's like your chances are way more limited. And if you think about it, if they did away with the high school rule a long time ago, you wouldn't have Kobe Bryant. You wouldn't have LeBron James. You wouldn't have Kevin Garnett, Moses Malone. Like, there are some great people that came out of high school. And just because you come out of high school to the NBA doesn't mean you're going to make it. But sometimes that's the only chance these inner city kids or kids that are less fortunate have in order to succeed. So doing away with that rule, it really impacted a lot of good black kids. Because even if you go to college, you can get hurt, and then that's your career right there.
That's your career right there. And guess what? Now you become a coach assistant.
Yeah,
Whoop-de-doo.
yeah. But
Whoop-de-doo.
going back to the Walmart thing.
Yes.
So now, was the Walmart shooting the Dayton shooting, or was it the El Paso shooting?
Let me think. Oh, that was El Paso.
Okay, so
The Dayton
we've had
was a nightclub thing. Well, not a nightclub thing, but it was at night. So that's why I
Yeah.
know it was El Paso.
I think people were coming from a club though.
El Paso?
No, for the Dayton shooting.
Yeah, you're right. But that's how I separate the two.
Anyways, can we just now put white people on the terrorist list now? Can we just say white people are terrorists? Can we say that now?
Good luck with that. No,
Oh my
you got to
God.
be black. I'm sorry. You got to be brown.
Oh no, or black, because they put Black Lives Matter as a terrorist group.
Okay, so there you go. You got to be black, or you got to be listen, non-white. You're not a terrorist. How about that? They didn't
Oh
even
my
put
God.
did Timothy McVeigh, did he even become a terrorist? Or like, did they actually classify what he did as a terrorist attack?
I don't know. I wasn't alive then. Well, no, I was alive, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They got him as a domestic terrorist, American
Whoa.
domestic terrorist. Yep.
Okay. So how many people it takes to be a domestic terrorist?
I think when it's something drastic like that, because he killed over 100 and something people and injured over 600 and something people, so that's like major.
Major. Yeah, that's like 9/11.
Hmm.
But what about so what? They're not classifying this guy. And why is it, besides the Dayton one, why is it they always still alive to actually go to trial? You know how much money the taxpayers are paying? Like, come on. You know he's gonna say he's not guilty, right? You know he's gonna say that. The nerve of
think
that
so?
anyway. Come on. The guy who was the guy who did the shooting in Batman. He said he was not
Oh,
guilty.
the Aurora shooting in Colorado.
Yeah. I have yet to hear any of them say that they're guilty. All of
Oh
them say
no,
not guilty.
they said he had mental health issues. I mean, Trump said that these shooters had mental health issues. I think the El Paso shooting, he said, had mental health issues. I'm like, no, because people with mental illness don't go on a shooting rampage. No, that people with mental health illness either try to harm themselves or they go in the corner.
Exactly. So that's why I say it's just funny how it fits. The narrative fits them perfect when it's them, is as the reason for all this is because mental health. But when a brown person does it, it's terrorist automatically.
Yeah.
Like, come
Right.
on, stop it.
I mean, the
Stop
El
it.
Paso shooter, I'm not mentioning names today because I don't want to get these guys any shine. The El Paso shooter, he went out specifically to kill Hispanic individuals in El Paso. He didn't even live there. Like, he drove like 2 hours to get to that place. He drove like some hours to get to that place. He lived in another part of Texas. And then the Dayton, Ohio killer, he killed his sister and her boyfriend first because allegedly her boyfriend was black. So, and then he went on a rampage and started killing the majority black people. I think out of the 8 people that died, 6 of them were black. It was only 2 white men.
Wait a minute. Because he killed his sister too. So her sister was
Yeah.
dating a black guy.
That the news is coming out that that's allegedly the case. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet, but as soon as the news report came out that he killed his sister, my first thought was, oh, that means she was probably dating a black guy. Because if the majority of people that died were black, right? And then the next thing I heard was he killed his sister, I said, oh, that means she's probably dating a black dude. Like that was my first thought.
Because the guy in El Paso said he was looking to kill every Mexican.
Yeah. They're both racial hits. They're both racial hits. And I'm tired of people saying that Trump inspired this, because no. There have been a bunch of white people that have been coming out trying to kill black folk before Trump came in office. Like, this is nothing new.
This is nothing new. The only thing is, I believe though, is that Trump gave him now an avenue to be like, you know what, the president feel the same way I feel. It's like,
Good point.
huh?
Good point.
Huh?
Yeah.
Probably,
It's more frequent. Yeah, it's probably more frequent. Now.
Yeah, it's more frequent.
And another thing too, people are trying to say, oh, white men are terrorists in this country. No, white women are just as much to blame too, because they're the ones raising these white men, number one, right? Because normally your mother has a lot of influence in your life. And then white women are also, they're destructive because How many white women have been falsely accusing black people of rape, like black men of rape? Like, I have so many stories. I think I wrote an article on Medium about this, how white women constantly falsely accuse black men of rape. Not saying that there aren't cases where white women are raped, but a lot of times they're falsely accusing black men of rape. And last time I checked, the majority of them voted for Trump. The majority, I'm tongue tied today. The majority of them voted for Trump also.
I agree.
I mean,
yeah, I know. Everybody talk a good game until they're in that booth when no one's looking. You'd be surprised who they vote for.
Right.
So, yeah, you're right. You got to blame both.
Right. And hey, we don't align with any particular political party on this.
No, not at all.
Because I don't trust either.
I don't trust either. I don't trust either. I don't trust them. Don't trust them.
But I mean, it goes without stating that the current sitting president of this country, as well as a lot of presidents that came, probably most presidents that came before him, is a racist. I mean, we've heard this several times, like, oh, Trump is a racist, da 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 da. But it takes like drastic, like acts of terror and violence and him trying to cover for it for people to finally say Trump is a racist. I'm like, you didn't realize Trump was a racist before he became president with all his slick comments? Come on.
You know, the funny part, I like when black people like, oh my God, I can't believe he's like this. He wasn't like this when I knew him. Really? You really? So you knew him this long and he never slipped up? Because come on. Nah, you probably just giggled and laughed about it.
Exactly. So one thing I wanted to mention on the podcast is definitely black people, white people, other people, anybody in this country. If you see a white man in cargo shorts, go in the opposite direction, because I'm noticing a pattern. Every time there's a mass shooter or a killer, they always have like a black shirt and some cargo pants, some cargo shorts or cargo pants. Just, I don't trust any white dude in cargo pants. Any white dude, I don't care how old you are. I'm walking in the opposite direction. Listen, I went on the train, right? And I was going on the train from one city to the other, right? I came on the train, like this is right after the shootings happened. I came on a train. I saw like 3 white dudes in cargo shorts. Man, I went to the other cart. I was like, nope, not today. Nope. And the way they were looking at me, I said, nah, man. I don't trust it.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly how I felt.
So they don't have to have a gun or anything. They just wear cargo pants and what?
I'm out.
Wait. So is it cargo pants and a polo shirt? Like what? Like what are we talking about?
So if you look at the pictures of all these mass shooters and these white terrorists over the years, you'll notice they have a similar look. They have a black shirt and cargo pants. And so I'm like, that's not a coincidence. How is everybody dressed the same way?
Dude.
I'm gonna show you a
picture.
Because
it's hot. So they're wearing cargo pants.
No, I'm gonna show you a picture. Everybody dressed like this. You see this picture? That's how everybody dressed. Like that.
Whoa.
All right, that's one killer. That's the dude. That's the El Paso shooter.
Oh, okay? wait.
This the Dayton shooter. This the Dayton shooter. This is him.
Yeah.
That's him, right? Then there's a guy that tried to copycat and do another Walmart shooting recently too, and this is how he dressed. I mean, do you see a pattern?
Boy, do I see it. I see it.
Black shirt, cargo pants. Look at this. This is during some protest or something like that where they had the Confederate flag up. Look, black shirt, cargo pants.
Oh, so it's black shirt, cargo pants. So
yes.
What if they're wearing like a pink shirt and cargo pants? So
I'm still walking the opposite. I'm still going the opposite direction. Nope.
Oh, okay.
I don't trust it. Okay. Cargo pants. Nope. Gotcha. Don't trust it. It's the devil.
Cargo pants. We got a point. Yep. Anybody really wearing cargo pants anyway?
In the summer too? Come on, man. I'm wearing cargo pants in the summer.
In the summer.
Another thing about summer that I actually got to mention, and we'll have this be the last topic of today, is this hot girl summer mess.
Oh, okay. Gosh.
Listen, I understand that ladies want to have fun, but I feel like it's getting a little bit out of control. Now, Nicki Minaj, she recently posted, because she's riding this hot girl summer wave, I think because her career is pretty much washed at this point. But
Wow.
Barb's, don't come after me. Anyway, so
Please come
she
after us.
posted. You said what?
Please come after us. Let me know you're listening. Continue.
She posted on Twitter, it was a little while ago. She said, I have a real question. Take this poll. Ladies, should we be the weight we want to be or the weight our partner wants us to be? If your partner likes you thicker, should you take that into consideration? Or, and then she had 3 options. Yes, I want to please Bae. F, what Bae talking about. And the last one is, I try to compromise. Dude, I read the comment section on here and everybody's like, I'll be whatever size I want to be. Who cares about what my man thinks? Right? And I'm like, that's the problem right there. Because the first thing I thought, and definitely weigh in on this, the first thing I thought was maybe compromise, maybe try to figure out why he wants you to be a certain way, why that might turn him on. And I see you getting ready. Go ahead.
No, I just have a problem because I find it real funny how women, or not even women, but majority women, they have criteria of what they want from a man, but the minute we reciprocate that and say, well, what we want, it's like, oh, what, you don't like how I look?
Right.
You're like, wait a minute. Well, the reason why I'm here is because I fit all your criteria. So,
right.
You don't fit any of mine. So can you fit more? What? And it's like, wait a minute. Come on, let's stop. All right. We all have criteria. We all have things that we like. If your man like you thick and you skinny, that's probably not the man for you. How about that? How about you work off like that? You know what I'm saying? Or if your man like you skinny and you thick, that's not the man for you. You don't gotta bitch and complain, get out of shape. Just, that's not the man for you. But sorry to say, but I'm pretty sure he told you that from the giddy up. You know what I'm saying? Right. Look at his, you know, I look at his previous relationships.
look at his IG, all the pictures you like.
you feel me? So it's like, come on, stop it. Men and females, we all have criteria. So for Nicki Minaj to say that, she's just reaching and trying to start a debate for no damn reason, because we all know her thug felony boo, she gonna do whatever he says. So girls, do not listen to Nicki, because Nicki gonna do whatever that boo that she's with now is gonna say. Okay.
And then and then she's the one to talk like 95% of her body is fake.
Oh no.
Exactly. So what if a man say he want a real butt? I guess you out of the equation, you and everybody else. So I mean, come on, man, just chill, relax, enjoy the summer. Let's not throw no debates in here. Let's just have fun and call it a day, because you know, don't ask a question if you ain't ready for that answer. Right,
but I think within relationships, like, you can go in and find the person attractive and fall for the person, and then say, you know, I would prefer if you dressed a little better, or for a guy, I prefer if you a little curvier. I think that if you truly are invested in the relationship, you can compromise and say, okay, I like my body the way it is, but if my man likes me a little curvier or a little thinner, then I'll work it a little bit. You know what I mean? I won't do it like all the way. You know what I mean? So it's like compromise. What do you what's your thoughts on that?
I think compromise is cool, but I think also is how you how can I say
deliver?
How you deliver it.
Yeah.
You know, because like for me, I've been known to lost some weight, and I don't see this stuff at all. I'm about to start cursing. You know, people telling me
I told you, man, we changed the rating of the show.
Like, oh, okay. You know, sorry, my bad. Yeah. I know every time you're cursing up a storm. But yeah, so I mean, so I guess it all depends, because I know, like, for me, I'm trying to lose weight, but I don't see it. But people telling me I'm losing weight, and I'm like, nah, I don't see it. I'm steady trying to lose more weight. You know, hopefully no one is trying to tell me to gain that weight back, because I don't know.
Right.
And once again, it all depends on how you say it. I think our delivery is key. A lot of people got messed up delivery. A lot of people just don't have filters and don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your feelings,
like,
dude.
Yo, be skinny. It's like, whoa.
Like, yo, you know I like chicks with big butts. You don't got a fat ass. That's not how you deliver it.
Nah. You say, hey dear, like, I know we in this relationship, but I would like it if you did a little something like this. It'd be nice. Da 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 da. But then
Yeah.
on the flip side too, you got to make sure you meet in their criteria, or when they're giving you like some critique. Yeah, that
Right.
you're also reciprocating. You know what I mean?
You're right. Because let me tell you something. It works both ways. You can't be the one saying, I need this, and you ain't doing anything.
Oh no.
Exactly. Like
Because she or he gonna be quick to tell you, yo, wait a minute. What about you? What about you, fat N? Like, what?
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Why I gotta be fat? Your belly all hanging. You got nerve talking about my belly. Look at your belly. Like, you bottom. Then it's like, oh god,
dude. The image I get in my head is Rick Ross every time you're talking about that stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine Rick Ross talking about, yo, bet, yo, I'm gonna need you to lose some weight. She be like, what?
Exactly.
Ninja, what you say? Lose some weight. Ninja, stop it. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man. Let's just have fun. Let's stop these dumb debates, because we all know the main person that's saying or asking you this stuff ain't doing it. Meaning, if her boo or significant other said, or she or he said, yo, I'm gonna need you to lose some weight, they be like, okay. That's it. In discussion. Then they got
the rest of us, the rest of us over here
against each other.
Exactly.
Fighting against each other. Why they not even putting up a fight?
Exactly.
So
dang, man, I got a ghost in the house again.
I'm about to say, yeah. I heard that noise for a minute. I thought your guest came back.
I mean, yeah, they did, but they left.
Okay, because I thought I saw you talking in the corner, but then you stopped talking. I was like, what?
I was saying it's all right. I was like, it's all right. You can come around, but then that person definitely started making a lot of noise. I'll be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yo, listen. On that note, it's time for us to kind of wrap this up anyway. I gotta eat breakfast.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Yo,
you're right, son.
Random. All my business out there. I gotta eat breakfast.
I got you, man. But listen, it's been a good show. We definitely talked about a lot.
Yes, we did, man. It's always good.
Yeah, dude, we gotta record these commercials.
Yeah, send it to me, and I'll record it.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Yep.
Yo.
Peace.
So go a little sign like this. That's AVIOT.